This is Malcolm Cameron, and Malcolm is a longtime international sweeper salesperson who's also my host on the trip in 2016 to Civinex. And Malcolm is also an Australian native. So we're here in Adelaide in just a beautiful district of houses, and he is talking about this kind of tree, and those are the leaves that we're going to be talking about. They're much like a maple leaf in the United States, but with some peculiar differences. So tell us, Malcolm, what's about this, the difficulty in sweeping this stuff?
Well, Ranger, these trees are London plane trees, which are commonly used as street trees in Adelaide and in Melbourne and a lot of parts of Sydney. And if you look up, you can see what a lovely avenue of shade and leaf it makes in the summer. Very attractive. But of course, come the fall, and they fall, and it's a big leaf. It has two problems with sweeping. It has a seed pod, which is quite hard, and if you look up there, you can see quite a lot of these pods.
Oh, they're just covering the tree.
Yeah. Now, they fall and they dry out, of course, and make a very fine mess.
Oh, it is. It's the seeds are very feathery.
Yeah, yes, and that presents you with a sweeping problem too, because they're very good at blocking the screens and the filters. As a child, it was a great joke. We'd get these and shove them down the back of the shirt of someone and give them a rub, and it was an itchy powder. It was a foul thing to do. You'd do it in the morning, and the poor kid would itch all day at school. Considered a huge joke, but
you feel bad about that now.
Oh, I do.
No,
terrible,
you do.
terrible,
Yeah.
terrible.
Repentant.
Now, the other problem with sweeping them is if you get a very heavy leaf fall, they can be 2 or 3 feet deep. But as you can see, it's a big leaf, and if it gets wet and the cars have been over it, it sticks to the ground, and that's not easy to sweep up. It wants to stick, and that can be a difficult problem. Parked cars don't help, but...
So what is typically done? Are they trying to clean it up by a different method in terms of these piles of leaves? Do they have
that
people...
pile of leaf would be done by the householder there who cleaned up his front. Why he puts it there and not in the gutter to be swept, I couldn't quite tell you, but no sweeper's going to get it there.
Well, I know when I've interviewed councils in the United States that some of them want to, some of them actually stop sweeping before the leaves fall, and others of them have people throw all their leaves in the gutter and then have the sweepers come by and get them. So,
well, I don't think there are any hard and fast rules, but anybody that's swept a lot and has swept piles of leaves, you don't want them in a pile in the gutter. It's far better if the person puts them in the gutter and spreads them out. You've got more chance of picking them up. But this is typical of a lot of streets in Adelaide and in Melbourne, where if the autumn comes suddenly and you get cold snap of weather, you'll have leaves 2 feet deep here and 6 feet out to the side of the road, and it's a big problem.
And you can see where there's certainly plenty of material for the leaves to, plenty of trees to generate leaves. Well, thank you, Malcolm.
It's a pleasure, Mr. Kidwellbrook.